Sorry, my voice is feeling being kind of raspy-esque.
Yeah, you can't really help it, and it would make sense that Lily's voice has gotten a little hoarse from shrieking and howling.
And fighting a nightmare horse.
Yes, all of those things. Because friendship is magic.
The things we do for love.
Push small children out of high towers?
What?
That was a Game of Thrones reference.
Oh, right. That did happen.
It did
and then
happen.
He became the most boring, important character ever.
The most surprisingly important character. King Wheelie Wheelie Legs No Feely. So I'm not sure what Wizards of the Coast's fascination with making gigantic maps, but I'm going to stress to you tonight, there is a gigantic map.
Neat.
And imagine, this gigantic map is just a smaller map on top of a bigger gigantic map.
It's true. You're in literal hell.
Where distance and time have no meaning.
Mostly just time. Distance, not so much.
Nah, apparently things can warp around. They have general directions, but
It's
you could
true.
be wandering for a while.
It's true. If I so choose, you may never find the exit.
I mean, someone could fail a survival check and we'll be walking in circles for like half a day.
Yeah, turns out it's all been a simulation. Initial setup. Something to this effect. Remind me who used their criticals last week. I know
I did.
Max did.
I sure did.
I used mine as well.
Did I use mine? I might have.
You did not. Neither did I.
No, you got the natural critical. That
Right.
was a smite, Shay. Because you held up. You didn't use your critical to smite. That just happened.
It just happened.
That was a good one.
I was considering using my critical, then I rolled double natural 20s on my crossbow.
Yes, I do believe that also happened. Oh. And it sounds like just the two of you still have criticals.
We should buy more.
Not you, but the audience certainly can.
What, my money's not good enough for you?
Soon it'll be our money. Not really. Keep a separate bank account. Back to hell.
Oh, I see. Not gonna share then, huh?
I mean, we absolutely can, but, you know.
I'm just messing with you.
I know. Not to sound like I'm running off from this wonderful discussion, but dinner is here, so I'm going to go grab some dinner and then we'll get started. I didn't know it was actually coming, so this is a pleasant surprise.
Oh, look. I did not realize we were already started.
Yeah, Ren.
We were
is
already
pretty
what?
good at doing that.
Oh, streaming.
Apparently, I have 5,000 bits.
Huh.
Not sure when it happened, but apparently it happened.
I'm not going to tell you not to throw it at Rin. I just don't think we should be able to buy our own credit.
If I was gonna buy stuff, I would buy a DM sentence or wild magic.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't think we should be able to buy anything ourselves.
But wild magic is fun.
Yeah, just think, it's fun to be a potted plant.
It's fun to randomly ignite in fireballs or get your eyes replaced by gel.
Or have your, like, tame character suddenly turned into a lustful fiend for a certain fucking jury guy.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
That did happen, yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Be right up your alley, Dido. Wild magic is fun. I enjoy it.
What just happened? I just got back. What's up her alley?
Wild magic.
Oh. Yeah. The pleasures of chaos. Boop.
That sounds like heresy to me.
It's true. The ultimate heresy. Let's move this down.
Class it
so
from
it's not
orbit.
in the way.
Class it from orbit.
So welcome. You all have arrived at the High Hall. Rah.
Oh, we're just diving right into it.
Well, no, not really diving right into it, but I mean, it has been 2 weeks. Title Max, have y'all been?
Well enough.
Been?
Right. Sorry, I had to do stuff,
What?
but it was fun.
He gave
Go
me
get
I-
drunk with your
extra
mum.
Oh, yeah, it was your mom's
I-
birthday. That's you don't need to
Yeah.
apologize for that.
I did get drunk with my mom.
You did get adorably drunk in square dance.
I line dance.
Line dance.
I don't know.
I think there's a difference.
Line
There
dance
is.
then.
And 4-line dances make a square dance.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's technically correct. That's kind of correct. Anywho, yes, how have you guys been?
pretty good.
Yeah,
Been
well enough.
preparing for my brother to come visit.
Mm.
It was my mom's birthday yesterday.
Happy bomb
Have fun.
birthday.
Happy mom birthday.
The
And
difference
she
between a line dance and a square dance. A square dance is done with a partner, and a line dance is not.
Mm.
Ah.
So yeah, my
amusingly,
mom's spending her birthday. They're on their one of their yearly trips to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just gone for the week, and I'm watching the animals. It's funny though. I'm not expecting anything. I'm sitting here. I'm just letting the dogs out. Suddenly, I hear one of the iPads ringing. Walk over. It's my niece. It's my niece on the phone, looking very surprised to see me. And then my sister pops on the call and is just like, "Wait a minute. What are you doing there? We didn't mean to call you."
Okay.
I'm just thinking, gee, thanks. But apparently they had been trying to contact my mom, and they always used the iPad's number, oddly enough.
Hmm.
Other than that, dogs are fine. Hand hurts a bit. Not sure why, hoping it goes away.
Alrighty then. Well, I think we probably should jump right in. We've got a lot of ground to cover today. And by a lot of ground, I mean the High Hall. Because it's big. Last time we left off, I gave you guys a description of the High Hall as our closing scene. So I'll go back and read it again, so that you guys get a picture of how gigantic and majestic it used to be. Also, there was a picture of what's left of the High Hall. So you got that to work with as well.
It's only partially on fire.
It's only partially on fire. You'll note that it does look more like an impact than anything. Excuse me. Mild burp there. This clifftop castle was once the crowning architectural jewel of Elturel. Only 3 of its 5 watchtowers still stand, though they appear abandoned. The wooden gates that once led into the castle grounds have been shattered, leaving a gaping hole in the wall. The west side of the castle has been reduced to a pile of smashed brick and broken wood. The surviving buildings are blackened by soot. At the center of the castle grounds, the High Hall Cathedral stands defiant. So, you all can see that this castle looks like it's seen better days, but strangely enough, in the center here, with the massive steps, is the cathedral that Rhea had informed you all is dedicated to Helm, as much of the religious sites of Elturel seem to be. This place seems defiantly untouched. At least by the natural effects, yes.
Is that a volcano? It's on top?
Mm-mm. It's on a hill.
Okay.
That's an impact site. Not
Something landed.
Yeah, something landed on it, not erupted from it.
All right.
But a valid question, considering there have been earthquakes and fiery eruptions, given the nature of the floating landmass that is Elturel now. But no, it looks like if you had an aerial shot, it would look like one of those meteors in the foreground of the shot had impacted on it.
Gotcha.
Yes. So from here, I'll pull us over to the big map, so you all can get a real idea of just how massive this area is. Swoosh. Hello, darkness, my old friend. We are outside. And I'll scoot us, and by us I mean you, down
1 square equals kobold.
1 square equals kobold.
10 feet.
Yeah. So keep in mind that 1 square is 10 feet for the purposes of this massive map. But you all make your way into the castle grounds. The group of survivors are keeping a healthy distance back, close enough that you can intervene if something tries to ambush you all, but far enough back that you guys are considered the advanced scouting party that looks out for their well-being. As always, protecting them is as easy as protecting, quest NPCs in an MMO. Once you found them, they fade out of the area and they count as saved for the purposes, but they're not going to appear on the battle map unless something goes horrifically wrong, in which case I'll start rolling for casualties.
So they're the kind where you open the cage and they just run away. They're not the kind where you have to escort them out of the fucking...
No, you're technically escorting them, but it's like I said, they're not going to count in combat unless something goes horrifically wrong and I'll have to start rolling for casualties. But for now, they're at a safe enough distance where they're not considered threatened in combat and you haven't had to deal with the problems of ambushes, so you don't need to worry about their well-being. You guys have been moving carefully and quietly. With that being said, how do you all plan to approach the cathedral now that you know that it's here?
I will take point, I guess. I am kind of beat up, but I only got one spell slot left. I do hand.
Let me do...
I do hand my. I think I just have one. Let me check. Yep. I hand my healing potion to Rhea.
Oh,
Lily?
Just in case she needs to save an elephant again.
Oh, that's fair. I need to put Lulu on here.
Mama's gonna be sneaky from behind.
Sneaky mama.
Would it not be advisable for you to scout ahead?
Lily. Let me take the front.
I can scout ahead.
Sure?
I'm in better shape and, you know, me and Gadget can handle anything in the front. If you and Sindarin are beat up, that's just gonna be a little problem.
I'll take it with you.
Then you'll take this too. And Tink will tap Lily and cast Cure Wounds at first.
Okay.
You.
And so you
Heal for
tap her,
7.
and she heals for 7.
Thank you.
It's quite literally the least I could do.
Would you guys like me to scout ahead?
I was gonna take point, but if you want to.
It makes no difference to me.
Lulu flutters over, and she kind of hovers over, hovers over, and says, "It matters to me, 'cause you're my friend. I think we should validate Valkarin's desire to be helpful."
Okay. Lulu, though, you took a few hits too, so try to be careful, alright?
Okay, I'll do my best.
She's going to get herself killed.
Nuh-uh.
This is out of character.
Nuh-uh.
That's fair. She has been breaking the fourth wall.
Valkyrin, if you want to... Oh, where'd you go?
Rogue
I'm
stealth
gonna
noise.
Stealth ahead.
Alrighty. How far ahead are you moving from the group?
About 60 feet ahead.
Okay. So you start moving ahead. So yes, you'll be about 60 feet. The staircase is grand, considering each step isn't, a giant cobble pillar, but it's like the Lincoln Memorial, where it is a massive set of stairs that you gotta climb up to get to this place. Give me a perception check, since you're scouting.
12.
12. Okay, hold on.
We should be moving, yeah.
It's not hard to hear as you're getting closer, Valkarin. As you get closer up the staircase, you can't quite make it out yet because you've still got a ways to go. But you can hear the sounds of the like ripping of fabric and the like chewing of bone and flesh directly ahead at the top of the staircase.
All right, I'm gonna go back down the staircase to the group. We'll be in for a fight. I couldn't see what it was, but we're gonna be in for a fight.
I guess that makes sense.
Alrighty. At that,
Follow.
I will take point.
I'll
And
bring up the
I-
rear.
I'll try to be quiet, but
Tinky Gadget will be next to you, and there's no way that the two of us are getting up there with any sort of stealth. But we can.
hey, not bad.
You want me to roll another stealth, Ren?
Yeah, because you're moving up with the group now, even if it's further back. This is more just to see.
I'm glad the Steel Defender doesn't have disadvantage. I do, though.
Oh, that's good.
Natural ones.
Okay. It's still. I have to roll for Rhea, but as long as she doesn't bite it, it should be more successes than failures. She's in Splint, so this is going to be a disadvantage. 7. Okay. So, you guys got a 50-50 split on the stealth rolls. So, as you guys are making your way up, it becomes much more apparent that there is something at the top of this staircase, and while you're not necessarily being quiet about it, you're not noisy either. And I think it's at that moment where you guys hit the top of the staircase and both parties end up becoming aware of each other as you reach the top. And what you end up seeing when you get up there is that there's a pair of large hounds that are hunched over a body, and they seem to be busy ripping into the remains of a corpse and eating it. But they hear you guys coming, and they turn and they look, and with bits of meat and gore on their faces, they open their mouths in that kind of rabid canine growl. But from within the mouths, there is a rumbling of flame as well. And we will roll initiative, and nobody will move their positions on the map because you're already set. Boop. Nope, I saw that.
Okay. No, I
You said
I
when we
didn't.
got to the top of the stairs.
Yeah,
I did.
I figured.
That's why. No. That's why I told you
me
not
and
to
Lily
move.
were leading the way.
I know. I didn't want her to move back. I said to stay where you were. Wanted you to stay put.
It gets a little tricky when we're
That's why we don't
like
do
trying to let you finish.
Don't do anything while I'm describing stuff. If I say stay put, it means stay put. I'm gonna scoot the two of you up because you guys were following behind, but not at the base of the stairs. So it could be like right there. But they've noticed, and they growl, and they seem like they have that like, you're here to interfere with our food. You're also food. And so we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, you're approaching me.
Oh, you're approaching me. Yes, exactly.
Beautiful initiative. Beautiful.
Right behind you, Valkaren.
So
Fucking lovely.
I was going to suggest don't group up, but I don't think we have a choice in that matter. We're going to be hit by that cone regardless.
Hey, remember that thing about not knowing what monster stats are? Oh well.
I don't know what the stats are. I just happen to know it has a cone breath.
Well, hey, thanks for letting everybody who didn't know. You know, that thing about
All I
not
know
talking
is
about
it's
monster
pretty and I want
stats
it.
that I've asked repeatedly. Yeah.
Look, he's
No,
the
it's-
only one that gets to go first, so we're gonna find out either.
Well, I'd rather you find out during the game and not without a character knowledge being shared. Hey, look, we got more of these fantastic rules. Wow, we are on fire today. Not on fire yet because
Not
breath
yet.
attacks. Lulu, I got Rhea in. Okay, that should be everyone. So, Sindarin, you're up first. Remember that 1 square is 10 feet.
It sure is. We haven't had a short rest since before the bridge, correct?
Nope, you guys did not take any time to rest.
That's what I thought. Sindarin is going to bravely move over to here and ready in action to punch something if punch the Hellhound if it comes into range.
Okay. Hellhound number 1. One within 5 feet. Okay. So number 1 is here. It goes forth. Get my cones. Now that we've talked about it, I have to.
There's
15 fun cones.
math is going to be weird because if these are 10 feet,
I love the way Wizards of the Coast makes incredibly huge maps. So, reality, it's gonna be like this. And it's not gonna be 100% accurate.
For the sake of combat, I think we all know what's going on.
As a matter of fact, it probably falls something like, not that. Probably falls something like this just because of the way actual placement is. And so it'd be here. It'd spray. It's gonna catch Tink, Bot, Lily, Lulu. So I will need saves, please.
what kind of save?
It's a breath attack. From its mouth, it will howl and release a gout of hellfire from its mouth. So dexterity saves, please.
Nope.
Lulu.
Natural 20. Also,
Right.
I'm gonna burn my reaction and cast Absorb Element.
Okay. Steel Defender fails. You have Absorb Elements on you. Lulu passes. Rhea does not. So.
Rhea's caught in it too?
Oh, sorry. No, Rhea is not. Why did I roll for her? No, just Lulu. So disregard Rhea's bad roll. She's fine. Hellhound. Fire Breath. Oh, okay. And one more for good measure. Oh, this is rolling.
No idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's not rolling the right way. Hold on. Shouldn't be on GM roll. 1 and 2. 24 points of fire damage. It belches out some fire at the 4 of you. Everyone who fails takes full. Everyone who passes takes half. Everyone who has an absorb elements takes half of half. Because that's how that spell works.
And the nat 20 doesn't do anything.
No,
I'm kidding.
that's not. Yeah, it's like, no, that's not how that works at all. First time you were hit with melee. Oh, hey, that's pretty cool.
Ah, fuck.
Hmm? Let's see, oh, fuck. Oh.
Gadget's down.
Gadget's down? Oh, Gadget is down.
Gadget's down.
Gadget down, Gadget down, Gadget down. So, Gadget can't absorb the heat. You get an error signal as it collapses and sends you stumbling forward. And this hellhound... Oh, that's too far. He goes, fresh meat! This hellhound jumps at Tink without his steel defender. There to...
Wait, no, he's later in the turn order.
He is. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to stop that. Tink! You get to go before it eats you.
Yeah.
It's not that far behind, but it is behind.
Let's see. Being thrown from the smoking pile of wreckage that is now Gadget.
Quick, kill it with fire. That'll work.
Kill it with fire. That's how that works, right? Overload things with an obscene amount of fire.
Tink is going to... I wasn't knocked prone, but for flavor, stand up, cock his crossbow, and take 2 shots at this hellhound right in front of us.
Crossbow shells fall to the ground at his feet.
12.
And you have something, remind me, since it's been a while, you have something that keeps it from being disadvantage?
Pack tactics.
Right, okay. Cool,
It's next to Lily.
Yep, you are next to Lily. 12 will not hit.
Shooting again.
20 will.
For 7 magical piercing.
For 7 magical piercing. Alright. Anything else?
No, I don't have a bonus action. I try feebly to command Gadget to repair him. And then stand my ground because... Fuck, I'm one of the more heavily armored people.
Stand your ground. At your right is a kobold. Alrighty. And you choose to stand your ground. This hellhound leaps at you now. And it goes to chomp. Okay. Gotta remember that they do this stupid NPC whisper thing. Because it just wasted a natural 20. Never whisper rolls. Auto roll damage. Proper bite. 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Okay. Your spell had a effect that happens when you get hit in melee.
No, it has a... When I hit with a melee attack on my next...
Oh, I thought it was when you were hit. Okay.
Well,
You absorb it and then you attack back with it.
No.
Elemental damage, but
Yeah, no, I thought it worked like Flame Shield, where if you got hit while the thing was up, you're fine. No, disregard then. Okay, so you will take 8 piercing, 8 fire before any lingering resistances that may still apply.
my resistance faded on the start of my turn, which was right before that.
So it wouldn't have mattered
So I
regardless.
take the full 16, yeah.
Yep. Alright, so you take a whopping 6 tens. A whole 6 teens. But yeah, that's that.
Good night, everybody.
It's a good chomp in on you. Karn, doggos are eating your chew toy.
First I look at it thinking I want one.
Do I get one in shadow?
I am going to shoot it with one of my regular arrows. For a 13.
You're hidden. So it would be 14, but would still miss.
Alrighty, I'm going to bonus action hide using the shadow of the big ass stairs if I can.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do my bolt to the grave.
Bolt
At that one.
Was that top or bottom? I saw the end of the ping.
The one right in front of Lily.
Okay.
No, I changed my mind. The one in front of Tink.
Okay. The top one. Got it. That will hit. Oof. Wow. Yeah, so you fire this necrotic arrow feather, and that strikes it with a lot of force, and it kind of like gives that like surprised dog yelp, and then it like shakes its jowls and it looks around at what might have hit it, but it doesn't see anything, so it just narrows its eyes at Tink.
That's going to be my turn.
Alrighty, Rhea will take this time, and 20, 30, that's as far as she can get. But she's going to come around this side to help Tink. She's going to lead with the silver sword and swing. It's going to be a 24. She's going to chop down at it for 9 damage. And then come in with another swing. Oops, that's a hellhound, not Rhea. Whoosh-ow. 15 will also hit. And so she comes in, she does like a underhanded swing, and as it gets knocked back, she turns it over into her hands and makes a downward stabbing thrust to kill it. And she looks and she's like, I got your back, Kobold.
Appreciated.
It would be cool if they did like a fire backlash when they get hit, but that doesn't happen. And so Lulu's like, I got your back too! Flies over this way, headbutts the hellhound. Bonk. And she crits. She bonks the hellhound. There's like an eruption of sparkles as she makes impact with this hellhound. And it kind of like shakes off the stagger of being headbutted by this flying elephant. And Lulu's like, take that, evil! Lily.
Hey, my turn. I'm gonna slish slash.
Slish slash, you were taking a bath. Natural 20. 14? You do tame.
Yeah.
Good hits. Yeah, the two of you double whammy this hellhound between you. Another 10. The 18 will also hit. So, Lulu sets it up. Lily knocks him down. You take 2 good slashes into it, and it looks real hurt. Sindarin.
Just praise the shield pivot and get ready.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that thing where I'm like resting the blade of my sword on the top of the shield and a point toward.
Move 30 feet towards it to get a nice flank with Tink. Then I'm going to rail it 3 times. Never mind. There's one.
2 hits.
Yep, you do get 2 hits in.
What's that?
You get 2 hits in. You're flanking.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry,
16.
I didn't even notice that.
So we now have the soft AC of these.
No. It's still above. But hey, 10 more points of damage is enough to bring it down, and it yelps as you punch the doggo. And
Yay!
yeah, aren't you a monster? Punching dogs. Maybe hell, but we're not monsters.
Start brushing off all the ash and soot that I was just breathed. Is everyone all right?
Gadget, stop.
How long before you can get them up again?
It's gonna take me all night.
Lulu flies over and she's like sniffles with her trunk and she's like, I'm sorry your friend died. We'll remember him and his bravery.
Gadget wasn't exactly alive, but it's gonna take a bit.
Well, then I guess there's nothing to
function.
be worried about. And she flutters back up.
I am going to cast mending just to put out any of the fires on him and make sure we can drag the body with us.
Unfortunately, the flames already reached the fuel line, so I need everyone to make a dex save as it explodes. No, that's not true.
Kobold, I would
Okay.
never power this with oil.
That's fair. What do you look like, a goblin?
Exactly. This does bring up a small little problem.
Mm-hmm.
I need help carrying him and this armor now.
Yeah.
I sheath my sword and I will pick up the construct.
I have weak little goblin.
How much does your construct weigh, Morph?
Does it describe it in the stat block?
I imagine it would be several hundred pounds because it's a machine made of metal and of medium size.
Let me actually go find the stat block.
We take the time for some of us to rest up and regain some resources.
That would really be
Before-
nice.
Before
It's much
walking
before
into God knows what.
We should get inside though.
So it does not say.
I imagine it's several hundred pounds being made of metal and a construct.
It might be made of like fiberglass or
Mm.
some such.
No, not as tanky as this thing was. No.
It's got a 15 AC.
Yeah, it's tanky.
Yeah, those are external plates though. And it's
I'd
not like
say at least as heavy as the plate now.
Mm.
it's fair.
It's probably much more because it's made of metal and a construct.
Hence, at
Okay.
least.
Like, guys, robots and vehicles weigh a lot. So, the discussion of resting has been put on the table, but you are currently outside.
Yes. I'm going to once I have it sheathed and I'm just got like it slung over and I'll drag if I have to. We'll start making our way inside.
Weird question, but how
Why
heavy
does that
is-
number keep
Hell,
falling? Oh, never mind.
I don't know what just happened because people are talking over each other.
Sorry.
That's my fault. I was just confused about something, but I figured it out. Go on.
How heavy would a hellhound be?
As heavy as a large dog.
Okay, cool. Can I pick up one of the hellhounds and just carry it with me?
Yeah, I mean, we're already encumbering ourselves dragging corpses and heavy armor, so why not?
I can carry another 166 units of measurement.
Just because you can
Units of weight, rather.
just because you can carry it doesn't mean you can carry it and also be in combat proficient.
It's already
Okay,
dead, so I can
Ren, do
easily
we need
drop
to-
it if we get into combat.
Do we need to leave these things behind, Ren? Or
This is entirely up to you. I just want you guys to understand that if you're taking the time to drag stuff along with you, that are incredibly heavy, you need to be aware of what it means, because it's like, I can carry another 100 and plus. It's like carrying is different from being able to deal with what you can expect will be in here. You don't know what's in here, so why do you want to drag around extra stuff that you don't have to? The robot is fine, but it's like you guys were trying to finagle and you know, out logic about how to move stuff around. We gotta think
No,
about
well-
this realistically. Yes, you can carry a hellhound corpse. Just understand that as a monk, your hands are going to be occupied carrying a hellhound corpse.
That's fine.
Okay, then yes, you can drag that along too. I mean, I'm just really want to emphasize, you guys, what your priorities should also be while we're here doing this.
I don't.
Can I get my arrow back out of the hellhound?
Yes, please. You only shot the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You can recover. I don't need a roll for it.
But I don't plan to fight with it or anything. Just Tink needs it, so I will
Tink
start making
reaches
my way
into
to
his Tink reaches into his bag and will hand Rhea the plate armor from the Hell Knight.
Rhea will pick it up and also encumber herself carrying that. All right. So Rhea's got something to weigh her down. Lily's got something to weigh her down. Zindarin's got something to weigh him down.
I figured at the very least she could wear it. Tink can't yet.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Let's just get inside.
Agreed.
So how are we proceeding? You see a set of doors.
Do I see any other hellhounds around?
You
or
may
hear
make a
any-
perception check. Looking around the immediate area, you see the courtyard going out this way to the east. The courtyard looks unoccupied. There is, the ever-present sound of combat somewhere in the distance. The occasional moan or wail that's too far to hear. Sound of a building collapsing, but no signs of anything approaching. You look north and south. You see that there are pillars that lead into little alcoved areas. It looks like these might have just been like little spots where people could gather and chat or do various things, but they don't seem to lead anywhere in particular, and you don't see anything lurking around the corners. To the west, you just see the set of double doors that lead into the cathedral proper.
I'm going to enter.
Okay. Which
I'm
door?
gonna walk in stealthily.
That one? Alrighty. You see that this door is made of a heavy iron, but it's not locked. Let's see, make sure I'm giving you the right information when we go inside.
I'm also going to wait for everybody to move up before I do.
Also, the cathedral is lit by continual flame spells on wall sconces, so it's always illuminated.
That's fancy.
Yeah. Oh. Hold on. I missed something. There's a long hall containing 8 columns. Some of the columns have been carved to represent Torm. Oh, geez, I thought this was going to be in the next room. No, this is important. Hold on. So in this area, apparently, these should have been doors that got blasted in, with Avernus getting shunted into hell. So there's like the wreckage of big, ornate looking doors here, and the corpses of more like armored individuals who might have held a defense. You saw the dogs were eating somebody, but here's the description proper, because again, I apologize. I thought this was the next room over, not this one. I thought this was just like a courtyard. At the top of the stairs leading up to the cathedral, an archway opens into a long hall containing 8 columns. Some of the columns have been carved to represent Torm. but the infernal magic of Avernus has warped the others to represent the likeness of a winged female devil wielding a luminous sword.
Can you repeat that?
The entire thing?
No, the last sentence, the last part.
Some of the columns have been carved to represent Torm, but the infernal magic of Avernus has warped the others to represent the likeness of a winged female devil wielding a luminous sword.
May I make a religion check on that?
Absolutely. And you recognize this demonic figure. You've seen it before.
Yes, I have.
Even without the roll, you still recognize that this is Zariel.
Okay.
Hold on one sec, because this pertains to Daito as well. Is this the main room? No, not this room. Okay. Yeah, so there's nothing else that stands out other than these weirdly warped carvings on the pillars. So you go to this door here.
Wait for everyone to catch up, and I will open it.
Okay. And so opening it, we see the next hall opens to a grand foyer. The grand foyer holds 2 circular stairs, each leading upward to choir level. Decorated pillars here depict symbols and scenes representative of Torm. There are curtains, some of them shredded, that what appears to be by weapons and claws, separate this area from the heart of the cathedral.
Is that who I think it was outside on the pillars?
Zariel.
And just so you know, these wavy marks down here, all the way to the west, those are the curtains. So if you see the squiggle lines, those are curtains obscuring vision. These are staircases that lead up. But otherwise, the main area seems to be blocked off by the curtains.
I guess it makes sense. She owns this now, right? That was in the contract.
Seems strange to me. Otherwise the infernal magic seemingly works pretty quick. This town has, the city hasn't been lost for too long, yet they've already got new statue.
Weeks.
I don't think it works. I don't think it's that hard on a different plane of existence.
Tink,
Yeah?
now that we're inside, we're gonna have to find the survivors, but I recommend putting if I can put your construct down, we can move about and come back for it.
Yeah. Rin, for the record.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing it for the sake of the bit and for, flavor. But it doesn't say I have to keep the corpse with us, and it doesn't say I need any sort of materials to revive him at the beginning of the next days.
I imagine you do, though. Because you would need to revive an actual corpse if it died.
Well, what I mean is even the feature says I can make a new one and then the next one immediately, and then the old one immediately perishes should I make a new one.
Oh, then you can just make a new one.
Yeah, so.
You take out the hard drive and carry it with you.
Yeah.
I was literally just doing it.
That is something that you probably could have brought up to the group so they didn't have to try and drag the corpse of a useless creature around if you can just make another one.
That's fine.
I definitely would have done it sooner. I just wanted to let you finish your explanations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. I set it down and Tink can take out its hard drive.
Tink will do that. We'll probably tap a panel on Gadget's head and pull out the core from inside.
You said that the squiggles were curtains?
Yes, these ones down here.
I'm going to stealthily go over to the curtains. I'm going to check out the curtain.
Okay.
Follow 60 feet behind. Yeah, same thing. We can come back for the armor if we need it.
Well, I mean, I rolled a natural 20 on my stealth,
You
so
did.
probably Lulu's the only one who can see me right now.
And you notice that Lulu is basically floating above you, and she's like, "What are we looking at?"
Big ass curtains.
They're so pretty and soft. It's like satin.
Perception or investigation?
Make
kind
a
of-
make a perception. You can just like duck under and take a look. Cool. So you end up seeing the next area before everyone else. When you peek your head through, and I'm just going to go ahead and reveal it because it'll just save me some time. Dynamic lighting. Oh, I can reveal this side because that's the side you're peeking into. An altar. Oh, can't see that because I'm on the wrong layer. Altar. An altar rests on a raised dais in this broad hall. Made of beautifully polished teak wood, it takes the shape of a gauntleted hand clenched into a fist. A large lever stands next to the altar, suggesting that it has some sort of mechanical function.
I'm gonna get closer to it to take a better look. I'm gonna duck under the curtain, and I'm gonna make a perception check while I'm inside to see if it drew anybody else's attention.
Ooh.
Are there any like noises like in the immediate vicinity of bad things?
Let's see. I think what you end up seeing, you peek your head through and you look around, still going off of your high stealth too. You see some movement to the far west. Over here, you see that some curtains rustle. It doesn't look like it was something that like they had noticed you, because of course they didn't. You had a 30 stealth. But it looks like somebody might have peeked out from behind the curtains, hearing a noise briefly, and then dismissed it as nothing and closed the curtains back up.
Okay. Part of me wants to go look at this altar a little closely.
Do it.
I mean, I'm assuming it has something to do with Torm. All right, I'm gonna get a little closer.
Alrighty. Lulu finally like squishes her way under the curtain and flutters after you. She's like, "What are we looking at? What are we looking at?"
I'm about to find out, hopefully. What check would I have to make to check this thing out without actually, touching it?
Well, you can make a religion check to see what you might know about it. Oh, I'll check that out. When did you get a 5? Didn't you used to not be good at religion?
During my last long rest.
Oh, you switched it up. Okay, cool. Excellent.
Switched it to religion because of the bridges.
I remember that. It's been 2 weeks, but I do remember that. We talked about that. Yeah. So we are on H. You recognize that this is in fact a altar to Torm, But given its size and grandeur, even though this is like the high cathedral for Elturel, it seems like it serves more purposes than just being an altar of worship. It looks like somebody who might actually have some divine abilities may be able to do something extra with it.
Okay, I'm gonna, since I scouted enough, and it's probably been a good little bit. I'm gonna go back to the group, and I'm gonna let them know about the big altar to Torm and the movement on the other side of the curtain. Psst.
And you poke your head through the curtain, and you see that Lily's standing right on the other side.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
So there was movement to the. You said the west.
Yes.
There's a little bit of movement to the west, and there's a big altar. Otherwise, this room seems pretty clear.
Well, we best investigate. Yeah, I'll crawl under the curtain.
Okay. Rhea gets down and crawls under, or actually, she considers crawling under the curtain for a moment, shakes her head, and just pulls the curtain back so that it opens up for the rest of you. And just gestures for Sindarin and Tink to follow her.
I'm going to hide in this corner while they check it out, keeping an eye on where I saw the movement.
Okay.
My bow raised.
You would have seen it down this way.
Where's this way?
Well, I pinged it for a title. Down this way. She's the only one who would know that. That pertains to her vision. So the rest of you move up. What's everybody else doing?
Tink readies his crossbow. Otherwise, he's trying to keep close to Lily and,
I'm not very.
keeping himself tiny.
I need someone to check out the altar. I'm not that religious, so I don't know much about it. I'm just keeping an eye out for baddies.
I'll nod and start moving towards it. And as I start to get probably like around here-ish, I'm going to use one of my divine.
As soon as you approach it, without even using your divine sense, your spiritual nature and divine origin recognize what is special about this altar. It looks like it is specially blessed by a deity. Give me a charisma religion check.
Okay, that's...
Make a charisma roll and apply your bonuses for religion.
$21.
Okay. So you feel compelled to approach it. You have the sense that there's nothing dangerous or bad about it. And as you walk up and you lay a hand on it, you feel a kinship as someone who is an ally of Bahamut quickly passes a blessing that washes not only over you, but over the rest of your party, and everyone feels their wounds healed completely. Everyone is back to full HP.
Oh shit.
So I probably just close my eyes a moment, I say. Thank you, Torm.
And then you
We'll do our
also see
best.
there's a lever nearby. Looks like it serves a mechanical function.
Torm, gone, whoever be praised. Yay. That felt nice.
It was Torm, an ally of my my deity.
My Bahamut.
My Bahamut.
I'm sorry. I'm not well versed in religion. The only one I know even half of anything about is God. And even
God
that's a little
damn it.
jumbled because my teacher, was very wordy.
Well, we still have to check out this movement, but we'll have to come back and figure out what this lever does.
Have
Is
I
it a-
seen any more
is that a
movement
lever?
since everybody has come in?
Make a perception check for me.
Nope, don't see shit.
Nope, don't see shit.
I'm more concerned about the movement.
I have an eye on it. I don't see anything.
Tink would like to have a look at the lever, or the lever area.
Mhm.
Seeing as I was just blessed by Torm, I'm gonna get closer.
Rhea, I don't suppose you'd know something about this, as this is your, well, high hole, or rather, this is your occupation, so to speak.
Well, I'm just a knight, so I don't actually know how a cathedral works. Kind of is the opposite of what I do. I heal, I protect with my sword. But it's a lever, and if anyone can figure it out, I imagine a kobold could. They're good at levers, right?
Yes, indeed.
He mentioned Gone, so I'm sure they can put their noodle together and figure it out. Yeah, Tink, you look at it and you definitely get the idea that this lever is important, that you should pull it, and more importantly, that once you activate it, you get the sense that something within the altar will change.
Probably loudly, right?
As is the nature of all of Gon's creations.
Don't worry, Tink. We'll deal with it. First, let's figure out what that movement is, so we don't get, stabbed in.
And as you say that, why are you not? There we go. As you say that, there's some movement up here. The curtain's kind of shuffling about again. Andrea kind of looks over and she's like, "You all saw that too, right?"
Yep, I'll draw my sword and start moving around.
Can I climb for a vantage?
It's a big altar, and everybody pause. And so, as you all start to clamber forward, you see that the curtains get drawn back, and a number of individuals wearing steel masks that depict a draconic visage step out from the curtains on each side, and they look and they say, nobody else was supposed to be here.
Do I recognize this from my previous encounter?
Yes, these masks look very familiar. More importantly, when the one says nobody else was supposed to be here, you hear like a clicking sound, and then a pair of ivory hands pull the main curtains back a bit, and a draconic-looking head pokes itself forward, and then looks around and seems to focus directly on Lily first, and says, "I thought I smelled something foul. Kill them."
Do I get my held action for when something popped out?
Absolutely. You can fire at any one of these people except for the draconic figure. Because it would have been as these six stepped out first. Hold on, let her resolve her thing first.
I'm going to shoot. I'm going to ping.
That one? Okay.
Since I was aimed
You
in
were
that
watching
direction.
that direction. Yeah, that makes sense. 19? Yeah, and so
20 total.
basically, as these guys step out, and they do their like menacingness of drawing their weapons, and they're like, nobody else was supposed to be here. All of a sudden, from the south, you hear, "Gerald, no!" As one of the cultists gets hit in the throat with an arrow, and he falls over dead.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was going to ask if, when they started talking, if I'm able to down one of the fire-breathing potions.
No, but we will roll initiative now.
Wow, I love how I do all of the good rolls when sneaking through a curtain and looking at a religious thing, and yet my initiative is a nat.
The competitive combat initiative.
I mean, you and me have been pretty consistently bad in initiative today.
Well, hey, if it helps, Rhea rolled high. And Lulu, I guess. One cultist.
They're all healed too, right?
Two cultists. Yeah, told you everybody got healed.
I got healed a whole 3 points.
Three cultists.
My construct did.
Yeah, that meme from yesterday is more and more true every time Dido's with us. You guys are taking damage?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
That's cultists. Oh yes, I should show you what this delightful creature looks like. Is there no handout for them? So this creature looks like a tall, draconic figure. To say dragonborn isn't accurate because it does have a pair of ivory wings to go with it. Its limbs are long, its fingers end with sharp talons, as do its feet, and it's holding a massive sword in its hand. But it does not look like a creature of the material plane.
If I were a lesser kobold, I would be groveling right now.
I mean, you probably could still grovel. Reminder.
Okay, swearing a legion.
There you go. I mean, don't they have an ability to grovel?
Grovel, cower, and beg. Yes, I haven't used it yet.
There you go. Oops. Don't take away advantage. Every whisper rolls. Auto roll damage. God bless it. I really hate that is always on there. Descending. Alrighty. So Rhea, seeing that, says, I've got the north. 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. And she basically sets herself up to block this way. Cultist up here. Gets into range with her. They start fighting. I'll just roll it. So, oop. Oh, wow, he actually hits Rhea. Okay, he swings, hits Rhea. She takes a mean cut. And then the draconic entity staggers its way towards you, Lily. Hatred in its eyes, knowing full well what you're capable of, and wants to end it quickly. It comes in. It makes 2 attacks. Gonna two-hand its sword for a 9. Real intimidating start. And then comes in with a claw on the off swing. Okay, sure. Just be the most intimidating you can be. Lily, your fancy footwork and incredible swordsmanship is more than enough to keep this thing on its toes. It does not come in to get you.
just keep the sword up, keeping it at way.
Yep. Next cultist. 20. He moves his full movement to get behind you to give its master more advantage. This one gangs up on you as well. Both move double time. Lulu trumpets. Away from my friend! Comes in, and she trumpet blasts a whole set of them. This is 30 feet. Does it not say? Oh, it is a 30-foot cone, so she can actually hit all of them, and it doesn't hit good people. So she's going to trumpet sparkle. Because that was her last one for the day. So we will get con saves. Swoosh. It's 1. And cultist. Wow, natural. This thing is not very intimidating, apparently. Okay, but the cultist can take it like a champ. 48. 25 radiant damage. Nope. 25 plus 4. 29 radiant damage. So she full-on blasts these cultists. They just howl out as they get covered in sparkles. That basically to everybody but Lulu, you see their faces melt. And probably to her, it looks like the Meet the Pyro, where everything just seems so much nicer than it actually is. But they scream in agony as their masks and faces melt under the radiant blast. But even taking half damage, it's more than enough to kill them, and they go down. She'll take 29. But then, immediately to that, she hisses out in agony and gets a reaction, which is going to be to take a bite at Lily. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That is my...
Yep. So she bites out, and you feel this burning cold sensation as the fangs bite into, like, you try and raise up an arm to help block it, but it gets in and it sinks its fangs past your armor, and you feel the piercing pain and just the biting cold. Should take their initiatives on since they're dead.
Should have guessed with your white skin.
And Tink. You just watched Lulu murder 2 people.
Yeah,
the crap out.
Did I? That brings up a question I needed to ask for logistics' sake.
Mm-hmm.
How tall is this altar? Is it?
That's a good question. Let's see. Does it tell us?
Like, am I gonna have to climb on top of this?
Hold on. Let me find out. Hold on.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it's an altar, so probably. But at the same time, it doesn't seem to tell me how big the altar is. So I guess I'm going to just say yes, because if you take real-world application, big grand cathedral altars are usually fucking massive too. And the fact that this thing is 20 feet wide, yeah, you probably have to climb it to do anything.
Then I will do so as needed.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Unless going around would be easier.
It doesn't actually give a size for it. So yeah, it's gonna just be big. You're gonna have to go around or over it regardless. Just because it's big. You can make an athletics check to climb it and then move across if you want, or just go around. And keep in mind, oh no, sorry, this thing's 40 feet across because these squares are 10. So it is your choice. You either climb it or you go around, but it's going to take a good bit of movement to get around it.
Well, depending on how much of my movement I'd have to use to actually climb it, I think that would be my better option.
Again, we're going with massive, so just assume yes. I don't have a dimension to give you.
Alright, well, can I get, like, here and have a view of everything with 30 feet of movement?
Certainly. Give me an athletics roll to climb.
Of course.
Yes, you have to actually climb it. You don't get very far, though.
It's a 6.
So you try to climb it, but you're not sure how to get the proper handholds, and you try and grab something, and you knock off a sacred relic or shatter something important. But you don't make any progress with it. But that's your action. You can still move if you like.
Yeah, fine.
It's like that thing where you're like trying to climb over like a fence or something really high, and you like do that effort to lift yourself, and you're like, ah shit, no, this isn't gonna work. Let's try like this, and you try and like lift a leg, and you're like, nah, can't get that leg on there, and then you just give up. And so you go around. So that was your action and your movement. Anything for bonus action?
I got nothing.
Alrighty. Cultist. Surviving cultist. Not happy that his friend got shot. 10, 20, 30. Wait, hold on. 10, 20, 30, 20, 50, 60. Comes running at you, Valkarin, sword drawn. He's like, for Gerald. That's his turn. That's all he can do. 10, 20, 30. This cultist comes at Rhea. He swings. He misses. She parries. Which brings us to Sindarin. Very far away.
Yep. Sindarin's gonna drop the Hellhound and then just move 80 feet. And that's his turn.
He drops the Hellhound. He makes fast boy speed. Valkarin, there's a cultist running at you with his sword drawn. Over, like, one of those overhead charges. You see all of the open, vulnerable spots you could shoot.
You guys just hear this maniacal laughing at this thing. I'm gonna back up. Just on the other corner so I can... And I'm gonna shoot him.
Like, I don't need to back up, I'm just gonna. Alrighty. Oh.
I'm gonna bonus action hide, which is why I came around the corner. And then I'm gonna shoot him with my bolt to the grave.
Yeah, do it. Oh, really?
Probably still didn't hit.
Actually, no, 12 will hit.
Oh wow, okay.
Yep.
16.
All of the vulnerable spots. You fire the feather as you maniacal laugh, and it just... Tink, you see basically his body keeps running, but his head fell off at some point, and once his body realizes that the head is gone, it just kind of like slow staggers and then slumps off to the side.
There's just black smoke rising where his skull used to be, and then a
Oh,
skull
no.
clattering where he was.
Yeah, no, the skull ended up like over here, and he ended up like, he got like another 10 feet in before his body gave out. So it's just, it was just a really good shot that just decapitated him. He did.
I'd imagine like necrotic energy would just melt away the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was just pounded to death by feathers.
I think this is your second Princess Mononoke moment.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically the Raiders of the Lost Ark thing, so, you know, a face melt.
And that'll be my turn?
Alrighty. This one. It just catches him in the neck, and he just and melts.
Now he just looks like Red Skull.
Except with no skull. Lily,
Oh, hey, it's my turn. All right.
you got bit.
I did. I'm gonna shove it back while it's like chewing on my arm, and then I'm gonna overhand.
I will remind you, you have a critical.
I'm not using it yet.
Not against a hated enemy of Bahamut?
Shush! Shush!
All right.
Shush! Shush!
No,
Shush! Shush!
it's
Shush!
fine.
Shush.
Deal your 7 damage.
I will. And then I'm gonna, yeah, I'll dance around behind.
Mhm. Anything else?
Yeah, I got a second attack.
All right.
So yeah, that's
Okay.
I do slash slash.
You do in fact slash.
But yeah, as I like spin around, I just turn the sword to the side and cut across them.
It does not look nearly as effective as it should be. Oop.
Okay.
Anything else? Oh,
Nope.
shit. Hold on. This thing has advantage on magical attacks, so Lulu didn't do as much damage. 15. Okay. I'm going to tack that back on. Oop. There we go. It's not nearly as hurt as it should be. H for hound, I'm assuming. Axe. I'm gonna say yes.
What's that, sorry?
H is for hound.
Sure is.
Alright. Rhea goes to fight these two nerds up top. And she goes 1. Cuts 1 down easily. He's like, this is kind of embarrassing. And 2. Kills both of them.
I love how Rhea has one side, I have the other, and we just knock him out.
Yep. And then she goes 10, 20, 30. And she Obi-Wan's your Qui-Gon to come catch up to you. He's dead, he doesn't get a turn. And so she comes up and she goes, more of you. She's going to take a slash at Rhea. 15. Rhea has more armor than that. That's no good.
But you haven't finished with me yet.
Yeah, but she saw Rhea actually getting stuff done. And then 25 to slash at you.
That does hit.
You take 10 slashing. Cultists are dead. I don't need their sheet anymore. You just moved. Were you here? You were here before, and then you just scooted.
I have not moved.
It showed you move here for me.
I was here the whole time.
It showed you up here. Alright, no, it's fine, because Rhea can't get to the flank anyways. So, like I said, Roll20 just scooted you forward, so I'm not sure what happened there. Lulu will come in. She's like, friendship! Tuss. Oh, I'm getting weird lag now. Okay. She gives him the old Tuss glove and hits him. 24 to hit, or 21 to hit for 4. That's words. Dink! Everybody's ganging up on this creature. Actually, she uses her reaction to bite at Rhea, because that's what she can do once around. White. Sinks her fangs into Rhea. Catches her right in the shoulder. It's 9. Ah. Alright, now it's Tink's
I can
turn.
see from around this corner, yes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, then Tink's gonna pop out, take a knee as he aims, and pops off 2.
Pop, pop, motherfucker.
$16.
16 will hit.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
That hits.
Okay. 4, 5. And second. 25.
That'll hit.
11.
So 16 total. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, to not draw the attention over here directly to Valkarin, Tink's going to then run 30 feet.
I mean, they can't see me anyways.
Yeah, she hid.
I know, but let me do this.
Sindarin, you're up. He's thinking about you, Val.
How big is Lulu? And can I occupy the same space as her?
Lulu counts as a small celestial who is currently flying.
That
So,
sounds good enough
yes.
to me. Gonna run up, get the flank, then try and rail him. 3.
She lands on your head and is like, punch him! Punch him in the face!
She covers her eyes.
21, 20, 16.
All hit.
And with that last one, as long as... No, I guess I'd have to declare it before he dies anyway, so I'm gonna try and make a stunning strike out of that last one.
You don't have to declare that early. You can do that anytime.
Yeah, I mean, declare it before he dies.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna
It's
say.
after the attack hits.
Yeah, Marisha does it all the time, and if Marisha can get away with it, you can. So that's 19. Your fists aren't
DC
magical, right?
13 concept.
Your fists aren't magical
What's that?
right now, right?
No.
Okay. So that's
Are they not?
19. Not yet.
Until
I don't think.
6.
All right, we're. I almost forgot what level we were.
All right. Go ahead. What's the con save?
DC 13 con save.
13 con save. This doesn't count as magic, so it doesn't have advantage. But only needs to roll a 6. It's good.
Well, wait, he has some sick modifiers.
It is a dragon, sir.
Yeah, good point. Oh, that's all I do.
Alrighty. Alkarn.
I'm gonna move over just a little bit so I can see the motherfucker. I'm gonna shoot him.
Shoot that motherfucker. 19 will hit.
So it's gonna be 5 piercing, and then I'm gonna bonus
Are
action.
you using a regular arrow or silver?
I'm gonna use my bolt to the grave, so I'm not using my sneak attack.
I know. Are you using a regular arrow or silver?
Regular.
Okay. Alright, continue. Oh, that's
Didn't hurt so
unfortunate.
well that time.
20 for the
But
bolts.
it'll be 16 necrotic.
And Valkarin kill steals again. Swoosh. Val, how you want to do this?
You just see a flurry of feathers. Just pop, 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 pop like razors.
Yep, it's full on. Just you guys, everybody rushes in to start fighting this thing, and then all of a sudden, just you hear, and then there's a number of necrotic feathers at its back as it falls over dead. And as she falls,
Just like
then one of the big hands clutches Lily by the tabard and just says, "She'll rise again," and then falls over dead.
Housekeeping. I need to collect some arrows.
Housekeeping, I'll do.
Need more lemon
Just-
catch.
bat its claw off me and then just give Valkarin it.
I rolled a 5. I shot 3 arrows.
You guys okay?
A little bit bit up, but I'm still standing.
You only get the one back.
That's alright.
Yeah, sad rolls. So yeah, there are Dragon Queen cultists in the cathedral.
Well, we're gonna have to empty this place out.
I felt like we were going to have to do that anyways. Just now it's cultists and not just demons and devils.
How do you suppose they got here? Were they already here when the city fell? Or...
This is we're in the first layer of hell. That's where my enemy resides, Tiamat.
I'm a rifle the pocket.
Ah, I see.
I'm
You
gonna
learn new
sneak
things every
over.
day.
I'm gonna sneak
Tiamat's-
over while they're talking, and I'm gonna pull the lever.
You'll pull the lever, Crunk.
Now, first things first, we should find out what they were doing and make sure there's nothing else on this level before.
You start to hear the sound of mechanical gears and the grinding of things. A doorway opens at the sound of the gears and the grinding of the passageway, and those of you that are gathered around the body of the fiendish draconic creature, you see that the back of the altar, a doorway opens up with a passage and staircase leading down. And you hear do 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 do.
Convenient.
Well, all right, but I like instantly draw my sword and move up and just kind of like stare down because I didn't see Valkaren do that. So
Nope, nobody saw her do that.
Did I
Just
find
have my
any
shield up and
nice
sword
things
ready.
in the pocket?
If I let go of the lever, does the door stay open?
Yes.
I'm gonna slink around. Like nonchalantly.
Okay. There does not seem to be anything of value on the corpse. They have a wicked-looking longsword, but other than that, they do not have any pockets for you to search.
Disappointing.
No, it's a dragon creature. What
It doesn't
color is
wear
it?
pants.
Black dragon.
after nothing comes up, I'm just gonna say, well, that was strange. Let's figure out. This door just opened. But we're gonna have to figure out if there's anybody else on this level, any other dangers, and then we're gonna have to figure out what that lever does.
Well,
Since it didn't give you guys a handout, here's what it looks like.
When Lily says the thing about figuring out what the lever does, I look at Tink and I just wink.
Wink.
okay, yeah, that's definitely better than what I was going for.
She's like, I know mechanics too. Wink.
I'm like, Tink is definitely smart enough to understand and connect these dots, right? So I made the check, and then it's like natural one.
No, it's fine. You
I
knew
was just-
you knew that there was a lever. You're
Yeah.
probably just amazed that somebody else knew there was a lever.
I'm amazed somebody else went and pulled it, because that was what I was literally going to do at the beginning of the fight before trying to climb up on the altar.
Yes, but you're
I was going
also
to panic
you're also a
and try-
kobold, so you're amazed that somebody else knew there was a lever.
But yes, I'm gonna move over here and peek through these curtains and see what they were. If we're try to,
Oh, absolutely.
I want to figure out what was behind there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's open that up for you. Whoop. And this one is... Aha! This private chapel holds a desecrated altar with a decidedly fiendish air. Once dedicated to Torm, the altar's features have been defaced with blood, ichor, and torn strips of flesh lashed together with sinew and intestines.
Wow, that's awful.
Is that the little square thing? Like this thing?
Yep, that would be the altar, yes.
And can we also assume the ones to the north and south look like that as well, or are they different?
No, you would have to actually go look at those.
Yep, I'm gonna do exactly that.
Oh, yeah, those ones. Okay. So you cross over into this side. Hey, give me a perception check real quick, buddy-o. Al
I'm about to get shanked, aren't I?
was wandered off alone. Perfect. Just the way I like it. Alone and afraid. You got a 20. Alright, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I hope you are proud of what you find. I hope you're satisfied. As you round this corner, you see that this is more of a set of private chapels on each side. Looks like the curtains can be drawn to secluded into different things. But there are a number of bodies lying around. And if you kind of like casually start strolling your way up towards this set of altars here, you see one of the corpses' eyes open, make eye contact with you, and then quickly close their eyes again.
That's troubling. How dead do they look?
Make a insight roll, please.
What, sorry? You cut out.
Insight. Let's see here. Oh, hey, that's not bad. So they rolled a natural 20, which only gets them a 20, and you rolled a 21. It looks like they're doing a pretty convincing job of trying to be dead, but you imagine that if you hadn't noticed that they had opened their eyes briefly, and maybe they probably put too much emphasis in sticking out their tongue to look like they were dead. If they hadn't committed to sticking the tongue out, it might have been believable. But yeah, this is somebody who's alive. It is, or they are a... Oh, it doesn't say. This is a disheveled-looking halfling. Short or long braided black hair. It looks like they've got smudges of blood on them, but they're dressed in like leathers and green like fabrics. But it doesn't look like they're hostile. It looks like they're just trying really hard to play dead, and given the way Sindarin looks, they probably don't think you're a nice person.
That's fair. Sindarin steps a little bit closer, just kind of crosses his arms and stares at the person feigning dead. You'd better start explaining yourself, otherwise I might mistake you for the undead and start stomping.
Yeah, one of the eyes opens up and they go, "Oh, well, I mean, I would prefer you take me alive. Please don't stomp me. I surrender."
That's smart. Come. The others can check your wounds.
Wounds? Oh no, I'm not injured. I'm perfectly healthy. You can take me wherever you're going. You don't need to eat me, horrible monster. I can be very useful. I can provide you with food if you need. Would you like a good berry? He like holds up a little red, plump-looking berry. They're good and they're satisfying. You won't need to eat anything at all, I promise. Not afterwards. You'll be full for the whole day. I can feed all of your horrible raiders. I mean, wonderful raiders. Just don't kill me.
I can assure you we are not raiders.
Oh, you...
Can I hear the talking? going on?
No, they're probably not talking very loudly. But he goes, oh, well, that's really hard to tell since you immediately led with wanting to kill me if I didn't reveal myself. So you can imagine my distress.
It tends to get the job done faster.
Does it, though?
Well, you got startled and started speaking, did you not?
Only to save my life.
See? Success.
Success
I
in
love how
making me
Sindarin thinks.
success in making me think you're evil, maybe. And they get up, and they're not very tall. They probably get to about your hip. But they keep a distance, and they're like, "You said there were others with you. If you're not
Yes.
with the fiendish invaders, then are you here to rescue us?"
Something along those lines. We've got a Knight of Elturel with us as well.
A
If
Hell
that
Rider?
helps alleviate your fears. Precisely.
Huh. I thought they all might have been killed. That's good to know.
Most of them were.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You're really not good with this bedside manner thing.
It's not my forte, no.
You should probably like ease into the bad news and really hype up the good news.
I'll take a note of it.
Good.
But yes, the Hell Rider might want to speak with you. Please, come along.
All
And
right.
Sindarin motions towards the others.
And guys, it's about. Are you gonna head past the curtains?
It's about what?
I'm responding to your type.
After I see this, I just like glance back and say, "Don't let any of the civilians see this yet." Yes, Tank. I'll leave the curtain open, but I'm not gonna like throw it open so people can really see.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
Tink will
gonna,
scurry under.
yeah, I'm gonna approach the desecrated altar,
Mm.
and I'm just gonna like brush it off and clean it up a little bit. I know I don't have a lot of time for that, but don't suppose you have prestidigitation, do you?
No, but considering what we just found earlier, Tink's gonna reach into his pouch, pull out a little what looks to be kind of like a miniature lightning rod, and I'm gonna activate my wand of secrets.
Okay.
Considering I plan on getting rid of it later.
You burn a charge and you do not find anything.
Okay.
As the two of you spend time around the altar, though, you feel a profane amount of dread. Had there been something else, you get the feeling that something bad might have happened if the cultists had decided to fight you here, but there's no outward effects of what this negative feeling is. But considering it's a desecrated altar, it's probably something dark and unholy.
How far back would Tink have to scurry to not feel that?
How far back are you moving? Because I can't tell you hypotheticals.
He's going to start running backwards as
How
fast
far
as he
back do
can
you run
until-
back? In what direction? We don't deal in hypotheticals. You gotta give me exact things so I can tell you. Once you
There.
cross about 20 feet, you feel that sense of dread leave. After 30, everything feels fine again. At 60, you're not worried. Lily, you spend the time trying to clean this up. You wipe it away. You get your hands covered in the grime and guts and muck of all the horrible things that these fiends did to it. But the altar doesn't feel cleansed. It still feels to be radiating that profane, unholy aura.
Do I know of any way to unprofane it?
Yes. If you had a cleric, you could use the consecration spell.
That is a high-level spell.
It's high-ish.
It is a high-level spell.
It's high-ish.
A level 5 character is not going to have it.
Nope. That's why it's high-ish. But there might also be other ways. Perhaps if you made a check, you might know. Like a check pertaining to religion. You know that you would need a lot of holy water, or know how to perform a religious rite to consecrate it once more to remove the awfulness that permeates from the structure.
Does it need to be completely reconsecrated, or would a ceremony work?
A ceremony would not suffice.
Okay.
So, being a paladin of Bahamut and ally to Torm,
Just by the virtue of being a paladin standing next to it doesn't clear it up.
That I would like to. Would I know that process? Is what I was going to ask.
No, you rolled a religion check already, and I told you that no.
You cut out a lot. What'd you say?
No, you already rolled the religion check to see what you would know.
Maybe that one cleric we have with us could do something.
I'll go poke my head out. Does anyone know how to undesecrate an altar?
Tink, you mentioned a priest. Do you go and find the dwarves?
Do I go and find the dwarves?
You mentioned the priest.
I did. I can go give them a signal that it's clear for... If everyone is confident that it is clear for now.
Can I make a perception check to see if it's clear for now?
Yeah, absolutely. You get the feeling that it might be clear for now, except that Sindarin has come down from the northern section of the cathedral with a new individual in tow.
Other than the person with Sindarin, it seems pretty clear for now.
Another survivor.
Yes. I found someone.
Hello, Not Raiders. Please don't kill me.
Why would we kill you?
There are a number of corpses around you that weren't here before. And
they're evil cultists.
Your friend threatened to step on my head.
He does that.
That's not reassuring.
He shouldn't do that, but he does that.
Did you know you have a kobold with you?
Hi.
It speaks.
I'm the most tame one here, honestly.
That's even more concerning.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're here to try and save Elturel. There's more bodies around here because these are devils and cultists.
Oh, well, yeah, these might have been the ones that were attacking the cathedral earlier. Most of the refugees have headed down into the catacombs to hide.
Oh.
Oh, hey, you found the doorway. Well, that saves us a lot of trouble. I hit up here. I got bumped in the head, and since they were out looking for people to murder and kill and string up on an altar, I laid low. I didn't want to be spotted. That's where I was. He didn't ask. He just assumed that I wasn't going to kill him. I should probably work on that.
You see most of these bodies here.
Yeah.
I killed them. I'm not worried about you.
Reyes, you killed most of them.
I said most.
She kind of is did you though?
Anyway, does anyone, and I'll glance over to the dwarf priest?
There was a dwarf priest that you met.
Does anyone know how to undesecrate an altar that is giving off a sense of dread?
Ren is very clearly saying they are not currently here, and we have to send someone to go get them. To call them into the thing.
He said they fade out.
I did. And you guys emphasized that you were keeping them at a distance until you gave the all clear, and you gave the all clear. So Lily's question does matter, because once you gave the all clear, they're technically in the room. The dwarves, whose name was... Do you remember these people? Because
The dwarves were Strovind Ironfist, Kartra Boulderstern, and Velcora Ashenwell.
Yes, but which one was the priest? That's what I'm trying to find.
Kartra offered healing services.
Which one?
Kartra Boulderstern.
I thought it was Boulderstern. Okay, so Boulderstern looks up and they say, I might be able to take a look at it. I'm not that proficient in the magics, but I can certainly take a look. Why is it?
I do have some holy water.
How much
that's
holy
the only
water
thing
you got on you?
Let's see. I have 2 full flasks.
It goes, well, you're in luck. I got the third one. It looks like 3 vials of holy water will do to cleanse off all this taint. And so the two of you go and you make a small ceremony of washing away the awfulness, and you feel the aura of dread around this altar dissipate as the altar is purified. You get a nice sense of satisfaction for doing a job well done.
Do you get inspiration?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry, sir. What was your name?
Oh, you didn't ask. I'm called Seltern. Seltern. Seltern O'Branch. I'm a druid of Sylvanas. Not to be confused with a banshee, but like an actual forest god.
Oh no, of course. Let's see. Can you post his name?
Yes. Seltern O'Branch. He's a halfling druid of Sylvanas.
Hey, I spelled it right.
Sylvanas is a nature god. But Sylvanas told you that he had feigned being killed after being knocked out in the initial assault from the fiendish creatures that assaulted the cathedral. He also told you that the survivors had hid in the main crypts and was surprised that you had already figured out where it was, which is down the secret door.
Is there anyone else, any other survivors on this level?
Not that I'm aware of. If there had been, I'm sure that the monsters might have gotten to them already. That'd be a real shame.
He said the cultists were looking for people to string up, so if they hadn't already found someone...
They likely would have been found already. I'd been playing dead for at least a day or two.
Yeah. I think the best shot we have at finding survivors is to just go down. We can check out the rest of the area later, but we definitely need to get safe for a bit.
Safe now.
If there's... Okay, I agree. But just one thing. I'm going to... Like, these are rooms, right? And they found him in one of them?
He went up north. That's all he did.
I think we should at least... He was in that one, so I'm just gonna go check in here real quick and see if I see any survivors.
You did not.
Okay, I get the sense that the DM's telling me to move on.
Yes.
So I will acquiesce.
Okay. So, what is everybody doing then?
Gonna start moving down.
All right, everybody's heading for the stairs down.
Yep.
Grabbing the
Hold up.
hellhound, then going down.
Seltern looks at you as you start dragging this corpse. What are you doing?
I
I
believe it will make a nice blanket.
He likes
That's-
harvesting monsters.
That is not how that works at all, and really unsanitary. I have a blanket if you really need one.
I said a really nice blanket.
You know what? No, it's fine. You just have your mangy hound blanket. Sure. He kind of like
I-
walks past you and moves over to Lily and Tink. And he's like, "You are the sane one."
Yeah. The weird part is he's a being of elemental fire. I didn't think he'd need a blanket.
They don't need blankets. They're always warm.
Well,
Right? Sorry.
That's alright. I kind of imagine he plans on like curing the leather or something, and I maybe can make something out of it. But you know, it's his call.
I don't imagine hellhound leather is very good or pliable. Usually they make leather out of people, not themselves. You're not gonna make.
It's true.
You're not gonna use people leather, are you?
Why? No.
I haven't considered that.
Oh,
I really hope he doesn't.
please don't consider it. My stomach couldn't take it. Let's just go downstairs. This is weird. You're weird. And you all head downstairs.
Valkaren, do you want to take point, or do you want to keep to the back and be ready?
I could keep to the back and be ready.
All right, I'll give a nod and I'll take point.
All right, where is this supposed to spit you guys out? Door will take you to just west of H15. Ah, there it is. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. So how big? I think these are back to being 5 feet. Okay. Who's got the lead?
I'm taking point.
I'm bringing up the rear.
Okay.
Tink will be right behind Lily with the crossbow aimed between her legs because he can aim down low.
Sindarin will be nicely in the middle, so everyone can get a whiff of that lovely hellhound.
Yeah, good job with that. Alright. I'll pop you all over. Pop, pop. Hey, it zoomed you right into where you needed to be. Alright, so I gotta pull up the next set of informations. So, that's where you start. Of course, it doesn't start where you guys immediately are. I have to flip another area. Alright, so when you arrive, the secret tunnel leads down a set of stairs, and it looks like even at the end of this hall, the stairs continue winding both north and south. It's perpetually illuminated by more magical flame and wall sconces, keeping the area surprisingly well lit.
Whew, all right. I will start moving down.
Mm-hmm.
Seltern.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Where are the survivors hiding?
That is a great question. When I got knocked out upstairs, I didn't have a chance to follow them or figure out where they might have been.
Do you happen to know the layout of this cathedral?
Nope.
All right.
Would the priest know?
No.
Okay, asking. Figured the priest might know more about the cathedral.
Well, you do know that they are not a priest of Torm.
It's fine. Let's keep moving.
Not all priests know each other's cathedrals. Gosh.
Some places aren't big enough to have individual cathedrals, so they just share them.
Did you just assume they're cathedral?
Yes!
I'm
I'm
gonna.
a kobold. This is all Greek to me.
Alright, there we go. I was like, Rhea's not lining up for some reason. No, she's fine.
I'm gonna pause here and listen out real quick.
You don't hear anything.
Okay.
Oop, I'm just moving him for the sake of ease. So as you come around this corner, you see that passages lead north, south, and there is a slight opening to the east. To the west.
Hmm.
The beast.
West.
I'll move up. Get a look around. Gonna move here and take a peek around the corner.
As you take a peek around that corner, you get attacked by 50 hellhounds.
Okay.
Yeah, just like, this is fine. This is my life now. Why that got minimized over there.
I cast Obliterate Hellhounds.
This small, isolated tomb opens up at the end of a flight of broad stairs off the open central area of this level. The body of a young woman lies on the bier. A gleaming greatsword rests atop her.
I will. I'm going to. We're gonna move there and wait. Hang on. 10. No, wait. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to get here.
That's
or here.
not 10 feet anymore. These are 5.
Oh, okay. That makes this much easier. Then I'm still like back here. I'm going to activate another use of my Divine Sense.
Okay.
I'm looking for it. I got lots of things that say divine in it, so.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Nope. You don't detect anything.
Okay. Well, then I will walk up to, and the body's here.
The body's on the thingy.
I'm gonna move so I can get a closer look. Do I know who or what this person was?
Great question. Should make a roll for it.
Would it be religion or history?
Usually to know information about a person, it would be history.
17.
Neat. In your travels, and though you have not gone to Elturel, you would have heard stories of incredible knights and people who do heroic deeds. And so you probably once heard stories of an unknown heroine, a heroine who had basically, the story surmised that a dragon had harassed the citizenries of Elturel, eating livestock, burning crops, demanding tributes. But a young, scruffy-looking, unarmored woman, armed only with a great sword, fought against this dragon, and she managed to kill it before it could fly away. The people were incredibly grateful and wanted to reward her for her bravery, but shortly after they reached her, she fell over dead. They never found out what her name was or where she came from, but she was laid to rest at this cathedral, and her body hasn't decomposed. And they left her greatsword with her. But people seem to think that she might have been an incarnation of Torm, or that Torm's essence had filled the woman and inspired her to defeat the evil.
I just give salute with my sword as someone of Bahamut, respecting someone who defeats an evil dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will turn around and leave her in her.
Anybody else?
Nope.
You mentioned the sconces were like
Magical
lit.
fire.
Are they fixed
Mhm.
like to the wall, or can you just kind of okay? No,
They are.
not
They
that
are
we need
fixed
vision
and
anyway.
they are fixed and illuminated by magical fire.
Okay, cool.
Okay. That it? Going once? Moving on?
I would need much too much time to identify that sword, so yes, moving on.
All right.
All right. We'll have to start doing a sweep of this area. Don't really know the layout of this place, so I'm just picking a direction.
That's usually the best thing adventurers can do.
Exactly.
I'll move here. And I'm probably not going to succeed, but I'll try to move quiet.
Yeah, absolutely. It's usually in your best interest. Well, you certainly tried. All right. So down this way. I guess
I got a 15 with disadvantage.
that's the wrong one. That's why. Catacombs, why you always do this?
Well, everyone else is quiet.
Ish.
I'm keeping an eye out behind us. See if anything's gonna come at us from behind.
Alrighty. So you see that the pathway's open west, east, and south.
Also, if we haven't already, I would close the secret.
You go back all the way you came and
It's just
try
up
and
the
find
stairs.
It's up several flight of stairs. And how do you go about closing the secret door?
I assume there's a button or a lever on the other side.
Do you check for one, or do you just assume that it's there?
I assume there's one there. I will look for one.
All right, there we go. All right, go make me a perception check, please. Yeah, you give it a quick look around, and sure enough, hidden into the wall, because it's supposed to be a secret door, there is a place for it. And you pull that lever, and it noisily shuts behind you guys.
And then back to here.
And then you double back to there, where everybody is waiting for you.
What's this?
Well, as you step in there, you are immediately hit by a fireball. Not really, though.
I mean, between the 50 hellhounds and the fireballs, I kind of expect it.
Kind of expect it by now, yeah.
I cast negate fireball.
Damn. It's the one thing that can always stop what I'm trying to do. Alright, so, over here, as you make your way up... Are you not letting me pull them? Ah. So, this area here is... these vaults are used for holding bodies waiting to be interred in some other part of the cathedral or in Elturel's cemetery. The only bodies presently here are the massive amounts of people who died when the city was drawn into Avernus. It's piled up with corpses of innocent people who died transposing here or in the carnage that followed that survivors may have been able to drag here in the weeks since their descent. Bodies everywhere, decomposing. They look like they were placed here respectfully, but it's just that they haven't been able to do anything with the corpses.
Okay. I'll just, move over here, look around.
Same thing.
Move over here, look around, and just make sure there's no living.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not staying in there. Not staying in there.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
I guess we pick a direction.
Oh, we've got that way, right?
I will try to be quiet again.
Stack up with Rhea that way. Don't worry about it.
Do we need another stealth roll?
No, it's fine.
Okay. We haven't been talking, so.
Tink is in front now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let them take point if that's
Sure.
what they're
You guys continue on.
You just scampered away from the bodies.
There's just halls and halls and halls until you reach down here and keep moving forward. This is more of those alcoves. It looks like more bodies have been stored here and down here. But this side opens up into more.
Left or right, Lily? You just take his crossbow out, checking his
I already told you guys down this way is more corpses. So it is just right. You just need to go right. Yeah, I'm telling you so you don't have to get repeat information.
Left or right, Lily?
There you go, left or right.
Doesn't appear to make a difference here.
Maybe.
It might. Over this way. More alcoves to store the bodies.
Poke my head around and take a look.
Tink, as you step into this area, this large temple was used for private ceremony. Oh, well, you probably don't need to know that information. Hold on, let's see. Is there anything better I can give you? Nope. Alright, so this looks like it used to be a private temple area. Each of the semicircle alcoves contains an elaborate, upright sarcophagus that seems to be dedicated to people of great importance.
Still don't understand why humans entomb their dead like this.
We just
Not
eat
all
our
do.
dead.
No, our dead just get eaten.
Why don't you
Not
take a
necessarily
closer
by
look and
us.
you'll see?
I mean, anybody's more than welcome to grave rob. You don't need Lily's permission.
This seems like a pretty important spot, so I'm going to use another divine. Got so many of them.
Tink is staying well far away from anything that might be considered dead.
Alright, so
Save the card.
as an action, open your awareness to the location within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. Okay, no senses of anything out in the open. I mean, maybe Sindarin, because he's started talking about torturing and killing people lately, so he might be detecting evil. But no, nothing out in the open. But each of the alcoves has a upright little sarcophagi. So that's text. Sarcophagi. 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 Sarcophagi.
Well, I don't detect anything.
I'd imagine this section up here is kind of similar.
Those are those alcoves with lots and lots of bodies. Bodies everywhere. Each of these little
Is there
nooks are
anything-
bodies.
Is there anything special over on this end? This little bit that's sticking out here?
That is another one of those sconces that has fire that you'd seen everywhere else. Yep.
No, that makes sense. I was just confused because it seems to be the only one in this room.
Yeah. No, that's fine. More sarcophagi, Sindarin.
I'm gonna call out. Is there anybody alive in here?
There is no answer.
No survivors.
Nobody save us corpses.
More corpses. One of them says.
I'll go up to one of these sarcophagi and just want to like read it and see if there's like anything interred or anything, or I want to get a sense of like who these people are.
Sure, absolutely. To make a check of some kind, to know the history of a person.
Okay. History, you said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, there you go. So you go up to this one in particular. This one. There we go. Yeah, I can see that. You go up to that one, and there's a placard with the inscription, dedicated to High Priest, some and such of blah blah blah, of the years, something well before this one to the year, right when he died. Interred with honors, High Priest of Torm.
Well, they're just named such and such, so I guess there's nothing important about these.
Yep. That should have been what you take from that check.
Alright, just try to get eyes on everyone.
Done with the sarcophagi already?
I mean, I don't have anything to do it. Alright. Unless someone else wants to do something. I don't think Lily's the person to start peeking through.
I did establish that they do not need Lily's permission to start grave robbing.
That what you cut out?
I did establish they do not need Lily's permission to start grave robbing.
You cut out again.
They do not need your permission to grave rob.
Val's not into grave robbing.
Tink has made clear his disdain for these corpses. He will stay far away. Looks like we're looping back around, maybe?
Seems to be the case.
No, it's that way.
Alrighty. So we're going to spend the time going back around, or going this way?
I was kind of peeking around.
Alright. So there's nothing of value, so you find yourselves coming around here, and you are...
Or that.
Yep. To try not to move yourselves as I'm giving you the descriptions. It's just the general rule of thumb that we always use. So, you guys find yourselves rounding back around, and you find yourselves on the northern side of the stairs that you had come down. You have made an almost complete circuit. It's more of like a half circle.
Nowhere to go but forward then.
Hold
it's
one,
kind of
hold one
threading
sec.
the-
Actually, before that, this room here is actually important. There was a lot of duplicates, and I thought this was one of them, but there is one here. So you guys can actually peek in here if you like.
I'll take a peek.
So this is another crypt. Looks like it is more dedicated towards those of the knowledgeable bent, magic or skill at arms, teachers, engineers, sages, and other public servants. Plain stone shelves and 11 alcoves hold remains, but they seem to be interred respectfully and with honors. But Val, you see that... no, you don't see anything. Actually, nope, you do. Your thief eye notices that there's something sparkling over here in the firelight.
I'm gonna stealth over to it. I'm gonna take a closer look.
Alrighty, one more perception, please. You notice that carefully hidden away, looks like somebody might have stashed it in there at one point. There's a bag that contains 9 red amethysts and a potion vial.
Do I recognize the potion bottle?
No, but you can attempt to check to try and discern what it might be.
Sure, what do I need to do? Investigation?
Arcana.
Oh, that's not completely terrible. Unless you roll in that one.
It's poison. You definitely shouldn't drink it. You're not sure what a red vial of poison actually does, but you get the feeling that it's poison and you shouldn't ingest it ever.
One more thing to have Tink look at.
Yep. You're convinced that it's poison, though. Usually your poisons are like green or purple, but this one is a red one, and it's weirdly in one of those like healing potion vials, but you're convinced that it's poison.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to the group. I thought I saw something in the corner, but there was nothing.
And now roll me a deception, please.
No, really, what'd you find?
Well,
A bag of something. I don't know. I honestly don't know what is in the bottle.
Tink
Haha,
believes her.
Tink doesn't. Tink believes her.
If you
And I
don't know
show
what's
her
in...
the vial.
Do I know what the vial is?
I mean, you can potentially know if you make a roll. Tink, you know that that's a greater healing potion.
Ah, that's a big one. It's a greater healing potion. A big one.
It's a big-ish one. 44 plus 4.
Quite the fun.
Yeah, nice work.
Grave robbing!
I'm kind of unsettled by the strange gut feeling I'm getting. Like, some force is telling me that there was something we're asking about the sarcophagi, and I don't know.
I mean, what? No, it's fine.
Okay, that settles it.
Does it, though?
I think there's something about the sarcophagi.
I mean,
Maybe there's undead in there, which would be bad.
you can think anything you want about it, but Lily clearly didn't think about it.
I feel like there's tones in your voice. I'm reading. Okay, this is gonna bother me.
Are you guys ready? Keep moving.
I'm ready to go forward.
Righty. Onward and upward.
Oh, I was gonna say I wanted to check to make sure there weren't zombies in there, but
Oh, by all means, bring it up in character.
So my power apparently only works on things that I can see. I don't know if anything in the sarcophagi were undead or not.
I'm not sure. This is a holy place. If they have undead here,
We're also in hell.
we
You are also
are.
in hell.
But why?
There
I
are
don't know if that would-
there were also devils inside.
It's true.
There are hellhounds inside.
And a winged dragon devil thingy. Which, by the way, do I know what that...
You did not make any checks on it at the time.
What kind of check would I make? Is it Arcana or Religion?
Both technically apply. You definitely know it's a fiend, but you've never seen it before.
It's definitely fiends inside.
I don't feel good about opening these, but I can help look for other things if you want.
I'm just worried that if there are things inside...
If there are things inside, why would they have come out already and done something?
I don't know.
If there's things in there, they've been dormant for weeks.
Maybe, maybe not.
And taking the lid off might just activate them.
It could just be that... It could be that it happens later. I don't know. I'm just...
I get what you're worried about. I don't see the point in worrying about it right now. But I can help.
have to agree with you. I am not big on disturbing the dead.
I don't want to disturb them unless they're already disturbed. Then I want to undisturb them.
I think then the best way to go about this is to not go uncovering the dead until they uncover themselves.
Do they do that?
I don't know.
If... Look, I'm just worried about it, is all.
We're
But
close
if you
enough
all-
to the entrance that we can retreat if need be. If these things suddenly do kick their caskets.
But do we want to? This is where apparently all the survivors are. If we unleash undead on the survivors now and then run away, aren't we the baddies?
That's not... You are making a lot of assumptions right now.
I'm making the best assumptions right now, yes.
Those are
Thank you, Morph.
not
That was
good
good.
assumptions.
Sorry, that was the
I
best
Do
thing
you-
I
think
heard.
do you
assumptions
even-
off of what
I-
Sindarin just
I hold a
said.
hand up. I hold a hand. Do you...
Tink has a
Get-
point.
You
Maybe
do
we should
realize...
go-
I'm sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, Tink has a point. Maybe we should go have a look in those coffins after all.
I, hold up a hand when Tink, says that. You do realize I am a paladin of Bahamut, right?
Yes.
Muhammad is still a dragon. He's all about getting that swag.
Why would I do such a thing to these people?
Do what thing?
Do you even remember what you said 5 seconds ago?
Yes, because of what he said, and Tig jabs a thumb at Sidarin about running away if we need to retreat from undead.
Hey, Tink,
And I was telling him.
Make a religion check with advantage.
9.
Okay. Bahamut. She said Bahamut. Bahamut's a dragon. So she's like, you realize I worship a dragon, right? And you're like, oh shit, I worship dragons. And then you're like, why would we go upending these things? And you're like, well, they might have nice stuff that we can give to the dragon because you're a kobold.
But no, I'm saying if they haven't unleashed themselves, then the most we can do by opening them to check would be unleashing them. And if Sidarin then wants to flee back up the stairs to relative safely away from them, that would leave them down here in these catacombs where supposedly survivors are. So I'm not saying you would allow that or you would do that, but it's what he wants to do and what Val would probably go along with. So I'm saying we shouldn't unleash them because these two might do more harm than good. Just throwing that out there.
Alright, if no one else wants to check, that's fine.
It doesn't sound like anyone wants to check.
Not particularly, no.
Alrighty, continue forward then. And as you approach a new set of rooms, you see that this large... Oh, sorry. This is the chamber. There is a large oval table made of fine red oak that fills the center of this room and is surrounded by 40 comfortable chairs. So, big table, lots of chairs.
Look through it. Nobody in here?
Using just your eyes? No, you don't see anybody.
Tick will walk over to the table, pull out the Wand of Secrets, and tap the table.
It is sturdy wood.
Okay. That's 2 expended charges. I got 1 more in me.
Did you detect magic on the table?
No, I used the Wand of Secrets to see if there
okay.
was anything hiding underneath it
Gotcha. No, there's
or
nothing.
around it.
Nope,
So
there's nothing
if there's
fanciful or
anything in
hidden.
30 feet. Okay.
Alrighty.
That was lackluster.
I don't know. It was pretty shiny wood.
Mm-hmm.
I hold up a hand. Can I see what I'm seeing?
What are you seeing?
I think we can all see what we're seeing.
I am asking the DM, just to be sure.
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah, you guys pretty noisily come through into this area. Not noisily, but not stealthily. Start making your way, and you hear that there are the sounds of crying, whispered conversations, and there is a woman who, God bless it, roll 20 and Wizards of the Coast, you really need to just invest in giving named NPCs actual tokens, because making a nice person look like this usually isn't super helpful, because it doesn't make them look nice. So this large crypt area is presently home to over 100 frightened people. They cower behind sarcophagi and in alcoves, their eyes red and their cheeks stained with tears. Standing before a large font is a haggard woman with gray hair matted with sweat. With one arm, she clutches a leather-bound tome to her breast. The other hand, she wields a ceremonial mace it would probably shatter if it struck anything harder than a pillow. She seems to be trying to... what's the word? She seems to be trying to calm the gathering with, like, leading, like, prayer circles and hymns to Torm. But overall, they're in hell, so they're not brightening up or going along with it. But it looks like she's doing the best she can. And as you guys come around the corner, somebody kind of gasps, and everybody turns and looks, and some of the people shrink back into the alcoves and stuff to try and make themselves hidden. But Rhea is probably the first person to go forward.
I move forward with her.
And she kind of comes out and she says, Don't worry. We're here to help. We came as soon as we found out that everybody was here.
Rin,
Mm.
I want to hide around the pillar, and I want to use one of my magical tinkerings.
Okay.
And Tink's going to pull out a little tiny box, going to wind it up, and little angelic chimes start sounding from the corner as Lily rounds.
Okay. So little angelic chimes start playing. It's probably not creepy as she walks around. Sindarin skulks around the other side of the pillar, away from everybody else.
He's trying to inspire hope in the people, goddammit.
That's fine.
He's trying to be a nice kobold.
Yep. But you're still a kobold. So as Lily and Rhea step forward and the music emanates, this woman turns and she says, Thank Torm, there are others. And you brought more survivors with you. That's good. We've been so worried hiding out here. Didn't look like any hope was coming, but I tried to keep the people believing in the power of Torm.
I felt Torm's presence on my way in. My name is Lily. I'm a Knight of Bahamut.
I am Faria Jinx. I am... well, you could probably guess, but I am an Acolyte of Torm. I served the temple here in more of an administrative fashion, but we haven't been able to find Lord Thavius Krieg. He surely is out trying to lead our rescue. Did he send you? All the people kind of look up, hopeful at the mention of their Lord and Savior, and they're like, yeah, Thavius will help us.
He technically is the
Krieg saved
reason
us.
we are here.
And you hear a couple people like, Krieg has saved us before. He can do it again.
I kind of like...
wouldn't hold your breath.
I'm going to glance towards Rhea and just kind of...
You see that
try to-
Rhea's like got a clenched gauntlet. And they're like, yes, Krieg could save us. Krieg always knows what to do. And so Faria looks up and she says, did he send you then?
No.
And you can see the despair in her eyes.
We can safely say
Hi.
he is the reason we are here.
When we learned of Elturel, we found a way to get here so that we could try and save it. As I said, I am a Knight of Bahamut, and I fully intend to save this place and everyone in it.
And she says, praise Bahamut, then, ally of Torm. And all the people kind of nod, and they're like, yes, praise Bahamut. And they kind of like look around to each other, because Bahamut's not a widely worshipped deity. But they're like, oh, yeah, okay, praise Bahamut. Yeah, any good god is a good god. Woo, Bahamut. And, they're just basic citizens, so they're like, woo, any good god that's going to help us while we're in hell. And she continues, and she says, we were starting to get worried. Duke Ravengard had taken many of the capable fighters with him to go check the cemetery. But that was a few days ago. He had been mounting a defense against the fiends and keeping us protected, but we had expected him back some time ago, and he hasn't returned.
You all deserve to know the truth of things.
Really?
And Faria looks and she says, "Truth of things." And Rhea finally says, "Bavius Krieg betrayed us." And she says it loud and filled with just that pent-up anger. And there's a rippling of gas. And one person just goes, "Blasphemy."
Tink clenches his eyes and hides behind Lily's shin.
It's true. Thavius Krieg sold Elturel to Hell. He did it in service to the Archfiend, Zariel.
There's more murmurs and some angrier sounds, and they say, "They're both speaking blasphemy. Thavius Krieg would never do that. Proof! Show us proof! Liar!" And it just seems like people are getting agitated now. They looked hopeful, and now they're just not happy that you are saying that the person who has saved them before and has never led them astray is suddenly this monster.
I will show the copy of the contract.
To who?
I will. I kind of want to be thematic and kind of like toss it on the ground because it's like. Yeah, I'll toss it. I'll hold it.
As you go to hold it up, Faria catches your hand, and she gives you a stern look, and leans in, very quietly says, "I don't know where you come from, but usually in a time of crisis, upsetting the common folk doesn't help anything." And she looks at both you and Rhea in that kind of like motherly scolding. "If what you say is true, telling these people right now in their moments of despair in the depths of hell, what were you thinking?" And she takes the contract and looks at it, reading it over, and she has this book held close to her, and she sighs, and she passes it over to you, Lily, and you see that it is what's the word for it? The book, the manifesto. It mentioned in here in the contract. No, I know where the name is. Hold on. Anyways, while the name escapes me, it's the book that all the citizens have to write their names in. And she says, "I had been keeping
Census.
this." No, it's not the census. It actually has a name. I think it's the Creed Resolute. Yeah, the Creed Resolute.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it is a book. It is a book that basically is specific to El Terrell and their contract. She says, I had been keeping this safe, knowing that it was important. Mostly as keeping track of who was still alive and who wasn't. But if this is tied to the evil that happened here, well, I don't know if it will do any good." And she saying this much quieter now, and it seems like the crowd is still really, really angry with you guys for saying such a thing. But she holds a hand up and she says, "Everyone, I apologize for our new guest's outbursts, but it would seem what they're saying is true. But we don't need to worry about it. What's done is done. We're here now, and Torm's blessing continues to protect us here in the cathedral. If these people serve Bahamut and are here to help us, then we should have faith in them as well. As tactless as their revelation was, do not despair. They're here to help us. Be grateful. Show them the same kindness that you would anyone else. from our city. We have to be better than our High Overseer. We should not falter where his faith was shaken. And she is going to roll.
I would like to...
Hold on, let me do the thing. She's gonna roll and see if she can sway the crowd. There's murmurs amongst the crowd that seem to be accepting what she's saying. There are still a good number of people that seem very upset and shaken, frightened. Just the whole wave of hearing really awful news in the depths of hell. But they seem to be not ready to mob on you guys now. And she turns and she looks at you and she says, well, I think that might have averted a crisis for the time being.
I do give a nod and take a step forward, and I just say, I know that news is hard, but it's as she said, and as I said, we've come here to save you all, and I will fight and even fall to do so. And I'm going to use my channel divinity.
And she goes, and even fall to do so. And the camera pans to one of the icons of Zariel. And it's just like, yep, even fall to do so. Now do your thing.
With all the strength I have, I will defend each and every one of you. And as much as I want to spread my wings for this speech, I don't think I should.
Jake activates the music box again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, should I though?
That is entirely your prerogative.
How dope would that be?
We're hopefully taking a long rest after this, so burn it if you got it.
Are we though? I kind of need it.
I'm going to go with the
playing the
solid
assumption
yes.
game all game.
I'm going to put my foot in the yes court.
I would like to have Tink look at some of my things. So I would say yes to a long rest. After you do your thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I spread the wing. And I'll do that as part of the speech.
Mm-hmm.
If I can help it. Sorry, what?
No, go ahead.
If I can help it, then you all will return home safely. $29 total.
Okay. There are gasps and surprised looks as your wings spread out and your halo manifests, and you put on a very angelic visage. And Lulu misters what's left of her little glitter cannon and spurts it out from behind you, making a dramatic show. And it looks like people are calming down despite the faux pas from earlier. But it looks like things might be easier for you all now if you need to take a rest. But there was some information that had been mentioned that nobody seemed to react to. But let's take our long rest.
I do want to take a look at the book.
Mm-hmm. It has a list of names of everybody who is in Elturel. You even find Rhea Mantlemorn.
I'm gonna flip to the back.
You see in the back, the very last entry, there's a name. Lib Upa.
My faith remains unshaken. But I'll close the book.
I'll whisper over her shoulder, as I expected.
Long rest.
I'm kind of like look back to her. I still have faith that Bahamut protects me. That hasn't changed. And even as sinister as this book is, I'll still do everything in my power to save who I can.
Very well.
Karen.
Lily.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go find a corner to work, Valkarin. Can I have your bow for the night?
Yes, of course.
Thank
I
you.
also have this, and I pull out. Hold on, I gotta find where I wrote it down. I pull out that, I don't know, bluish, milky white potion that I got. I need you to take a look at this for me. If you
Oh,
don't
that's
mind.
right.
I
Yeah.
will make an Arcana check on it.
Do so.
Otherwise, I can identify.
No, make an Arcana check. That'll be fine.
Oh, Tink.
20.
That, sir, is a potion of Frost Giant Strength. Let me find you the specifics on it, because it has a set amount. Hold on.
So
Hold on.
that's very rare.
Yeah, it's a good find. Hold on. Let me tell you how much it does. Where's
It's like the
Elturel?
second.
It's a really good one. Rival and Elturel. There we go.
I found it.
Hold on. Let me get it for you.
I'm sorry, I pulled it up
Yep,
in
yeah,
yeah.
just hold on. Boop. There you go. You drink the potion, your strength score changes to 23 for an hour. The potion has no effect on you if your strength is equal to or greater than that score. Liquid is transparent and is floating in a sliver of fingernail of a frost giant.
Oh, that's gross.
Yep, so and it's a big one too.
So yes,
'Cause
that's
a giant sliver.
That's a good one. I probably shouldn't tell you what it's made from. And you should give that to Lily. It's a potion for making people strong.
I can do that.
In the real life.
I have these as well. I pull out the spurs. I really want to wear them. Are they magical?
Is that the infernal attack?
I will take 10 minutes to ritual cast identify or detect magic to see if the spurs are.
Alright, so I need to pull up that monster dues. That's a Martlock. But it'll probably be easier.
I suppose while it's up,
Narzagon.
I can detect if anything else we found is magic.
So, yep, you identify this as an infernal attack. A Narzagon that wears the spurs that are part of an infernal attack will allow it to summon a nightmare companion.
So will it work for someone who's not a Narzagon?
Nope. But they look cool.
They're magic, but they only work for the guy we killed.
So they're safe to wear.
Mm-hmm. They look
Should be.
bitchin'.
They look bitchy. Otherwise, is anything else we've picked up across the day magical?
Attack and
considering I
harness
could
can
see it?
be attuned by a creature. Actually, is an action.
Yeah, it's friend.
Equipped with the. I'm just reading. There is actually an infernal tact entry. Oh, there we go. No, this won't work. The reason being, you have the spurs and technically the harness as well, but you need to have the harness on a nightmare, and the spurs let you summon the nightmare. So you killed the nightmare that it was bound to currently. So if you manage to find a nightmare and bind it with the infernal tact, you'll be able to summon it with the spurs. But right now, there's no infernal bound to them, is what the hang-up is right now.
So they'd be useful if you could find another nightmare and wait to serve you.
So, like, if you had killed the Narzagon without killing the nightmare and the nightmare got away, you would have been able to call that one and it would have to listen to you. But it didn't work out that way.
Right. So, yeah, safe to wear and useful if you manage to find a nightmare and bind it to it. And so the lance and the plate mail aren't...
They are not magical.
Okay. And seeing nothing else as magical, Tink will go off to find a quiet corner to work in, but before leaving, we'll turn to Lily. Come find me sometime while I'm working.
Before you go, I take out one of the potions of fire breathing. If you ever want to breathe fire like a dragon, I just hold it out to him.
Tink will take it.
I've got a second one. Don't worry.
Most unkoboldy kobold I've ever met.
And you're welcome. And the halls and the doors in this place are really big. Correct?
Sure.
So I think now's a good time for me to summon a steed.
Okay.
Would my steed be able to exit if I did?
Technically, yeah.
Also, consider we came down like several flights of stairs.
Yes. Hooves don't work well with stairs.
Is that going to be a problem mechanically?
No, it's just going to be annoying and time-consuming for you. Because, like, mechanics don't mean anything in an RPG. Like, you have to still think semi-realistically. You're gonna put a horse down a number of flight of stairs. A horse is not gonna have an easy time getting up the stairs. This is like we double back to the dragging corpses along with you discussion. It's like you guys can't just treat it like you're stuffing things into a bag and carry limits and encumbrance don't apply. Like, you guys got to still remember that factors still weigh into the way things work. Yeah, your horse is going to have a difficult time and it's going to impact the way things work. yes, mechanically, once you get outside, you don't have to care about that, and you could theoretically fast travel outside, but you don't know if anything's bad is going to happen between then and there, so you can't make assumptions that it'll just be fine. You, as the character, understand that your horse cannot go up and down stairs easily. And so you probably wouldn't want to subject your steed to that, knowing that it would be difficult. Like, you can't forego actual logic and common sense for what is mechanically,
Okay.
out of character.
Alright. That just seems like the only opportunity I would have gotten.
You probably
safely,
you can probably make an opportunity when you're outside and it's not an inconvenience for your horse. I don't believe that Lily would subject an animal to that.
Okay. Then I will just. I'll look to the. I'm gonna look to. Faria? Faria? Miss Faria.
You trying to do story stuff? Because we're past time.
Yes, I am trying to do. Yes, okay.
We're past time, so let's
put a
pin in that. Yeah. Everybody handle your long rest. And that's where we're going to wrap up. You guys spend 8 hours relaxing, recovering, getting your health back. This is where we leave off. So, make sure you make notes of everything you're doing during that downtime. And we'll get back to it next week. But hey, at least you didn't get lynched by an angry mob of 100 citizens. Thanks for playing.
That's certainly a plus.
Yeah, it is a plus. We'll be back tomorrow for Curse of Strahd, where we can also piss off citizens. It'll be fine. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time with camera. Whoosh.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Bye.
Bye.